My name is Muhammad Nazri bin Kamis and my metric number BB22103 and I will discuss about ways of recycling in Malaysia. So recycling has three mottos, namely 3R: reduce, reuse and recycle. It's all about minimizing the amount of waste we produce, using products as much as we can, and remembering to recycle any materials that can be used for a new purpose. So I will talk about reduce. Reduce it refers to the reduction of the quantity of waste generated at source by reducing the amount of product and type product used with a reduction in the use of natural resources. This means we need to pay attention to the items that are both produced and discarded. So the government has introduced the Plastic Bag Free Day campaign aimed at instilling the spirit of loving the earth, which can be made daily habit to maintain clean lines due to the difficulty of disposing of plastic. Plastic Bag Free Day so far has only been joined and supported by large organizations and supermarkets such as Giant, Tesco, Speedmart and 7-Eleven and so on. About 500 billion to 1 trillion plastic bags are used worldwide. This means more than a million use of plastic bags in a minute, and billions of these bags will be rubbish. So we also need to play a role in the use of plastic bags. Here are some of the ways you can do this. Okay, for the first, buy products with less packaging. Avoid single-serve or individually wrapped items. Shop at stores that have bulk dispenser for grains, nuts, dried fruits, and snacks. Bring your own plastic bag or container to put the bulk food. And try to buy box size of food and sanitary products which save on packaging. And second, take a reusable bag when you shopping. Take durable canvas or synthetic fiber bags, a backpack or a basket with you to the store, enough to hold whatever you plan on buying. Thus, it can reduce the use of plastic materials. And for the third is do without disposables contribute large amounts of waste to our environment. They include things like plastic forks, knives, plates and cups. They also include things like levers and razor blades. Instead of buying items that you will throw away after using them, buy items that you can use again and again. For example, when picnicking, shop with reusable plastic plates, cups and utensils instead of disposable paper or plastic. This can avoid the widespread use of plastic. Thank you.
My name is Carol Asri bin Muhammad Daud. My matrix numbers is BB19110608. So I will present about reuse. Reuse is the action or practice of using an item, whether for its original purpose, conventional use, or to fulfill a different function. It should be distinguished from recycling, which is the breaking down of used item to make raw material for the manufacture of new products. But reuse is by taking but not reprocessing previously used item, helps save time, money, energy and resources. In broader economic terms, it can make quality product available to people and organizations with limited means, while generating job and business activity that contribute to the economy. Okay, so how can we reuse the product? First of all, consider using reusable products. Single-use items are permanent products that become trash after only minutes of use. So we need to do our best to choose reusable products, such as washable utensil and tableware at home, picnic and parties. So we need to avoid using paper, glass or dishwares as much as possible. Next, you can also reuse bag, containers and other items. We can do this by bringing our unreusable shopping bags to the grocery store or market. And lastly, by borrowing or rent or share the item. Many of us have tools and other items that we don't use often on regular basis. So consider sharing them with our neighbor and friends. We can also do so informal way through neighborhood net or informality with a handshake. Renting is also a great option. There is also an example in Sabah, which is the zero waste movement gaining momentum. As we can see in the news, we can see that Nohayati Yahya shares how she turned plastic bottles into cute vases and pots. This is also an example of how to reuse a product or item. Thank you.
My name is Zamrin bin Soleh and my matrix number is BB19110674. So next point is recycle. Of the three types of recycling steps, the most important step is recycle. Recycle is a step that can be defined as the reuse of an item. In addition, this measure can also be referred to as giving a second chance to various used items to be reused into new items with different uses. With a step like this, it will indirectly allow the goods to be beneficial. This measure is also seen as a proactive measure to reduce waste disposal that can cause environmental pollution. There are a variety of container items that can be used and become beneficial by using this method. An example are plastic items. Plastic is one example of waste that take the longest time to decompose. Typically, discarded plastics take up to 1,000 years to decompose. As such, the disposal of a lot plastic waste will indirectly cause more and more piles of waste from time to time. Therefore, plastic waste actually still has many uses if it is treated in the right way. For example, food and beverage containers made of plastic and disposable can actually be used as flower pots or plants to prevent them from becoming garbage dumps. In short, society should be smarter in dealing with the problem of increasingly worrying garbage dumps by using all effective means to process a garbage into a useful item.
Hello, I am Jennifer Jikol, matrix number BB191104772. We can improve recycling ourselves starting from home by composting the household waste. Household waste ranging from fruits and vegetables, eggshells, tea bags, and other organic material can be used to make compost that will help plants grow. There are three basic components in composting, which are browns, greens, and water. Browns material examples are dead leaves, branches, and twigs. Meanwhile, greens material can be found from fruits and vegetable waste and coffee grounds. Having the right amount of browns, greens, and water is important for compost development. There are 4 simple steps to start composting household waste. Step 1. Search the composting place. Composting can be done outdoors and indoors. However, it is more convenient to compost outdoors. Step 2. Segregate your waste. This can be done by separating edible kitchen waste in one container and dry waste in another container. Step 3. Construct composting bin. This can be done by selecting any kind of container and drill around 4 to 5 holes around the container to let some air in. Step 4. Begin the composting process by adding the dry waste and wet waste at alternate level in the container to maintain its balance. As an additional step, it is important to learn the do's and don'ts when composting, such as adding dry waste or add extra holes if the compost start to smell. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Narisam binti Amil, BB191100594. Today I want to share about improvements recycling in Malaysia. The improvements I want to share today is increased recycle area. Nowadays, recycle area at Malaysia very fewer. This is cause Malaysian people don't like and don't know how to recycle their things. Government must increase recycle area, especially focus area such as residential, mall, and working place. If government do these improvements, increase recycle area, recycling or recycle at Malaysia will increase, such as Japan and Korean country. This all from me. Thank you.
This is example recycle bin.
blue for paper, yellow for plastic, green for glass, and brown for organic. If you see recycle bin in your area, you can use this recycle bin to improve our recycle system. That's all from our group. Thank you.